fragile hands. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all suffering yourselves with, some of you, with depression and anxiety yourself. And it can, and trying to raise our children and trying to do things what we feel is right can trigger those things. And so I'm like, I get it. I promise y'all, I understand. But I'm seeing a missing link. And if we don't know how to do it in our own lives, it's gonna be hard. So now I am just gonna push it off on, something else. Because for me, I had to be God to my kids until they was able to get it. You know what I'm saying? I had to be. And how did I do that? I lived it. I didn't preach it. I lived it. I showed them unconditional love. I was understanding. I listened with the sympathetic ear. I showed them that. Because if I'd have did anything else, it would have closed the door to any possibility of them even wanting God. So even though we bring it in, because for me, I'm like, yeah, we need Jesus and a therapist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be able to process
they gotta
through.
work together, though.
Yeah, process through that thing.
Yeah. Because I was going to try to be a psychiatrist, and they told me I couldn't use prayer. They said I got to go by the state laws. I got to do this. I can't use prayer. I can't talk about scriptures. I said, oh, I want to do this.
So you want to be a minister?
Well, I want
You
to
want to
be
be
able
a
to pray for somebody,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been going through a lot my own self within the last 8 months.
Mhm.
And I like I told my friends, they say pray, and I get it. I know about prayer and all of that. I said, but sometimes you need a friend. Sometimes you need somebody to hug. Sometimes you need somebody to take you somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So listen, just what you said. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Right, watch this. You saying you've been going through something for about 8 months, right? And you like, okay, they telling you to pray. And you like, okay, yeah, I get it, but sometimes I need a friend, sometimes I need a hug,
Right.
sometimes I need.
That's what somebody else needs.
That's what they saying.
You stuck at your
But you're like, no, I need to tell you because God is God and I gotta do this.
Sometimes
you know what I'm saying?
Things are left
They just need a hug, right?
unsaid at that point in time. Sometimes people like to say, just need a hug. You know what I mean? Today I might
y'all see how we went around in the
circle. You
circle?
come to me and be like,
Yeah.
well, this, and this, and this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just like, bam, no, this is going. You need to hear this. You can't come up like that because you shut it down.
Yeah.
They not gonna hear nothing you saying.
And here's the thing.
Sometimes you gotta bag up.
But my friend, before I got with the Lord, she was always on me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciated it later. I'm like, I'm glad.
But at the time you didn't.
Well,
You
I was
doing
kind
your
of,
own thing.
but see, that's what I'm saying. Parents, you look back, you say, dang, I see why they said that. I see why they did. I'm glad they did this.
Right, but you don't do it the same way and say when they get
like
older,
when
they'll get
deliver
it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you a different way so they can get it now. You see what I'm saying? Where they don't have to get older and say, in hindsight, it's like if you understand this technique, they'll get it now. Because they're not looking at it as you're talking at them, but you're talking with them. That's what I'm trying to show you. You get it because it reminds me of people in AA and NA, sponsors and this and that. They like, some of them can be real hard, and they just, know their stuff because they don't want nobody to die in their addiction. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I'm like, come on, let's walk with them. That's all I'm saying. Let's walk with them. Let's walk with them.
Meet them where they at.
Meet them where they at. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my thing. I just don't want nobody to perish,
Well, they will though. I mean, that's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality
My
of it.
father always said, delivery.
Look,
he said delivery is 9/10 of the thing.
Yeah.
You got your delivery got to be right because you come to somebody stronghold, you shut them down before you can get your work.
And let me say this. Here's the deal. I need you to understand that the word is still being written, right? And you said something like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Maybe I'm just supposed to be, in a Bible study or a Christian study. When we do that, we close ourselves in and we stay narrow-minded. You know what I'm saying? When you're in settings like this, if you're willing, you begin to open up again to understand. And nobody is saying, don't, peel your beliefs and, all of that stuff. When I'm talking to people, I'm not trying to have people believe what I believe. My whole thing is I'm sharing with you what I believe, and because of how I'm presenting it, you may want it. And then you ask me, I'm not barging in nobody's life. I'm only here because I was invited. But when, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm invited, I'm bringing me. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I come, I'm owning my spot. You see what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, but I don't barge into nobody's house. I'm not knocking on your door saying, hey, come out. No, I'm gonna share with you what I do. And hopefully it's attractive, and hopefully you're like, oh, wait, hold on, I wanna get that. Then you're gonna come to me. Cause I'm not changing, you know what I'm saying, my approach, you know, and who I